So, after getting that fate finished and now getting Corinne to being a level 61 Dragoon, what do you say we go take on some side quests of a different kind? As you may have noticed, I have not yet taken on the level 60 Dragoons challenge yet. And I think it's high time that we did that. So, what do you say we return to a good friend of ours? We're heading back to the Kerthus Central Highlands to meet with Sir Alberic. But yeah, I've yet to take this on. We're not going to get a new skill out of this, but for completion's sake, we are going to go ahead and show off the level 60 Dragoon challenge for Stormblood. So to the south we go. Back among the beautiful, snowy lands of Kerthus. For a Dragoon in Final Fantasy XIV, this is well and truly home. Well, actually, Ichigo, the music you're listening to when you're riding on this horse, Kirin, is actually the same music for the theme when you're logging into Final Fantasy XIV A Realm Reborn. And as much as I would love to try and save these logs from being destroyed, we're not here for that. We're here on business. So, it's time to meet once again with our good friend, our fellow Dragoon, Sir Alberic. And we'll take on his level 60 Dragoon challenge in Stormblood entitled Friends Through Eternity. Sir Alberic is pondering the flow of time. Oh, Corinne. Word of Estenian's disappearance from the infirmary has reached mine ears. Whilst part of me is quite capable of sympathizing with his desire to abandon the Holy See, I do wish he had said something at his departure. But then, I suppose it is only to be expected. With Nidhogg slain, the Horde's ranks have fallen into disarray, and they are not the threat they once were. Ishgard has scant need of an Azure Dragoon. But that's why I'm here. Suffice it to say, one would imagine the role of the Dragoon shall similarly be forced to change as we enter this new era of relative peace. However, whilst you may have saved the Stenian from the Great Worm, my mind is yet plagued by Hustian's internal strife. May Halone lend her the strength needed to shake free from the Dragon Blood's fierce grip. And for those of you familiar with how the storyline worked in Heavensward for the Dragoon quests, we were asked to tutor Hustian, who actually was one of the people who tutored us in A Realm Reborn. And so, the roles were reversed in Heavensward as we tried to mentor her as she tried to defeat a dragon known as Gruely. However, along the way, she was forced to drink dragon's blood, which is a symbolism of heresy within Ishgardian circles, and so she feels as if she is a traitor even if it was against her own will. So since then, after her victory over Gruely, along with the Warrior of Light's assistance, she is now off and roaming the lands. So now it's here where we are going to find her. Thanks to some help here from her father, Sir Montogan. You are looking quite well, Sir Alberic, and Mistress Corinne, 'tis a pleasure to see you too. Lord Montogan, Corinne and I were just speaking of your daughter. That daughter of mine is in fact why I have sought you out. I was recently handed a letter by a merchant that had passed through the Chocobo Forest. If his word is to be believed, he was entrusted with this message by Hustian herself. Hey Jacob, good to welcome you back. The letter was a call for help, Mistress Corinne. She bade you search for her. By the Fury! She has been set upon by heretics once more? Alas, there was no information in or message, and not a day goes by that I do not pray for her safe return. Corinne, I must ask that you take up your lance once more to aid your fellow Dragoon. Are you willing? Yeah, of course. Thank you, Mistress Corinne. Hustian awaits you in the Dravanian Forelands. Please help her with whatever she requests. And it's here where we will take on our next quest. So, we're asked to look for Hustian at a place called Mare's Oath, the closest place of which is through Tailfeather. Oh, Mira's playing with her ult right now. Awesome. Yeah, it's good to know that she's logging on for a little while on her ult. And meanwhile, we welcome a new viewer to our channel, Caragol Gaming. Welcome to Let's Play Novel Autism. Nice to welcome you to the channel. Good to have you with us this afternoon. So we have to take Kieran here over to where Hustian currently is. Up and over the mountains and to the place over here. Yeah, right up there is where we're going. Mare's Oath. Then we gotta get over another set of little mountains in order to land specifically on where this area is. Yeah, standing at the base of this pedestal. Now we have to wait for Hustian's arrival. There's my fellow female Elizan, Corinne! So, the letter reached my father. I'm sorry for having you journey so far just to meet me. As you well know, I cannot return to Ishgard in my current condition. That said, the Blood's hold on me is not as firm as it once was. This is largely thanks to a new ally of mine. He has been invaluable to learning to control the dragon within. In fact, I have a mind to introduce him to you. On Kai, Corinne has arrived! Yes, this little baby dragon here is Hustian's new friend. Who would have seen the day that this would happen? It is an honor to meet you, hero of men. Much have I heard of you from my father. He would often talk of the warrior that boasts the strength of the dragon. Old Kai has been a great friend ever since he first came across me suffering from the blood's effects. I very much doubt I will be capable of standing here exchanging words with you were it not for his help. I called you here in order to repay my debt to him. Old Kai, tell Corinne what troubles you. Yes, thank you. Long before I came into this world, in the age when man and dragon were at peace, my father had a consort. But the Dragon Song War tore them asunder. Father belonged to Reisvager's brood, as do I, but his consort was part of Nidhogg's. When Nidhogg demanded vengeance for the wrongs committed against him and Ratatoskr, Father asked his consort to fly far to the east. She bore no ill will towards man, and while she wanted nothing more than to stay by Father's side, she accepted his request and fled the conflict. However, your valiant actions have since put an end to the Dragon Song War. I am positive Father's consort will return if we inform her of the war's conclusion. Onkai requires your aid to search for his father's consort and bring her back home. However, as she has left Ravania some 1,000 summers past, locating her should be far from an easy task. Under normal circumstances I would help Onkai myself, but while I am somewhat recovered, I am yet far from being in complete control. This is why I summoned you, Corinne. Your knowledge of the realm is unparalleled. I beg of you, aid Onkai in his search. I believe I can help you, my sister. You have my sincerest thanks, Corinne. Thank you, Corinne. I owe you a debt of gratitude once more. Regrettably, whilst we know she is somewhat to the east, we are entirely ignorant as to the consort's precise whereabouts. I would suggest you first try asking Sir Alberic about Dravanian legends, specifically those concerning dragons in the east. Pray report back to me once you have learned something you deem pertinent. And so yeah, there's really not much to this quest, unlike the level 50 Heavensward quest where you were required to engage in combat. But no, you're just meeting up with Hustian and her unlikely little dragon ally. So that means now we go over to speak with Sir Albrecht to find out what we can. Yeah, like I said, no combat required for the level 60 Stormblood Dragoons challenge. It's just get what you need done. And meet up with a brand new ally. I mean, after all, for the Warrior of Light to befriend the dragons is, of course, no surprise to anyone. After all, it is the Warrior of Light who brings the Dragonsong War to an end by bringing the truth to the people of Ishgard and slaying the corrupt Archbishop and his Heaven's Ward Knights over in Az's Law. Can you believe that was 2 years ago? Because sometimes it seems hard to believe that that was 2 years ago. It still feels like it was just yesterday. So, let's go ahead and complete this challenge with Sir Albrecht. Glad to see you safely returned. Were you able to locate Hustien? I have, yes. I see. She is correct to surmise that formidable dragons are oft made the subject of local legend. I shall discuss this with the congregation priests. I have known him to be quite an authority on Dravanian legends. Although to think that a dragoon, once gripped by the sole desire to slay dragons, should now wish to help one. 'Tis a queer new world indeed that we inhabit, though not one I dislike. Well, that matters not. I shall seek out the priest at once and raise your query with him. Pray return anon, and I shall impart my findings unto you. And so with that, we obtain 167,000 experience points and 1,327 gil. And if we want our next Dragoon quest, we're going to need to gain 3 levels. Well, actually now it'll be 2, because I'm at 61. But with that taken care of, let's move on to another location, because now it's time to show off the 2 brand new warrior classes in Stormblood. And both can be unlocked in Ul'dah. In fact, before I even go there, there's actually something I wanted to do ahead of time. Because I have maxed out Tomestones of Poetics. I am inclined to use these. Let's jump over to Mordona before I do anything else. Oh, sorry there, Lucy, I'm in the middle of streaming. Oh, come on. Okay, so now that we're here, I'm going to go ahead and give myself an advantage. As much as I can. So what I want to do is I'm going to start purchasing armor. And I want this to be in relation to what I'm going to be playing as. Because it'll actually be better than what would be offered to me otherwise. And then... there we go. Now I want to exchange my tomestones. Because yeah, we want to make sure we can do that as well. For 952 of those. And then for scripture exchange, because yeah, they got rid of the scripture tomestones as well. Because so now, in both Mordona and Idleshire, tomestones of poetics are now used together. You no longer need a separate currency for Mordona, and you no longer need a separate currency for Idleshire. They now can be used in both cities when getting gear for whatever you need. So next, I'm going to... well, actually, I don't even need what I have in mind for what else I'm planning on doing. So I'm actually going to see if I can talk to my retainers, because I believe they are holding some of my gear, and I would like to make use of it. Now I want to make sure I get the right items. But from what it looks like, I may not have them with this retainer. Or are they even my retainer with all? Even in my retainer at all? Okay, no, it doesn't look like it. I'm gonna return this to my inventory for now. And place this in the armory chest, because I'm gonna want to use it. Okay, I think I'm satisfied. Just make sure we have got everything I want. Casting. Because, yeah, I'll be good for one of the classes, but I still need something for the other. Alright, well, I can fix that now that I've given myself some of the Tomestones of Poetics. But yeah, I want of strength here. And I think I'll also actually take an aiming ring as well. So yeah, I think that's satisfactory. So now, let's go to Ul'dah. I think I'm satisfied with what I've got and what I'm going to be using. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure I had everything prepared the way that I wanted it to before I embarked on this particular journey. So, for the first of the two warrior classes that is available, we want to come over here. Conveniently located right outside the Aethery Plaza is this Ul'dah citizen, so let's go ahead and speak with him for the first of the two new warrior class challenges that is unlocked. This one will be for Samurai. So this is the level 50 challenge for the Samurai entitled The Way of the Samurai. And Ul'dah citizen is right to burst with excitement and seeks a hapless passerby upon whom to unburden himself. Fools, bulls, just when you think you've seen it all, the world's full of surprises. What am I talking about, you ask? Oh, nothing much, just the most amazing blade work I've ever seen. It wasn't even the main card either, but light entertainment. A far eastern fellow old enough to be my grandfather appeared and called for challenges. But who should answer him but a brute of a gladiator? People thought it was either mummery or a sick joke. After all, what could one expect from such a mismatch? The old and infirm versus the young and inform. But when the action began, the old man proceeded to drop everyone's jaws, his opponents not least of all, with his blistering blade work. The most riveting moment, though, was when he had the challenger on the back foot, for instead of finishing the job, he went and sheathed his blade. Putting your steel away in the heat of battle? Well, that's akin to committing suicide. This wasn't lost on the gladiator who lunged in with a mighty swing. The spectators gasped collectively thinking it was over, and it was, but not for the old man, for in the next instant before anyone could comprehend what had happened, his opponent was crumpled on the ground. In one fell stroke and with impossible speed, the old man had drawn his sword and dealt the telling blow. A few heartbeats passed in stunned silence, then the stands erupted in riotous cheering. Cheering. Yeah, this isn't for charity, this is for cheering. Gods, just recounting it gives me the chills. The speed, the precision, the elegance. Simply sublime. How's it possible that I've never heard of these Far Eastern warriors? These samurai? Wait, Are you thinking what I think you're thinking, and you want to face the old man? Well, that silver-tongued showmaster was looking for a new challenger, but you don't want to do this. Let someone else be the fool. What if I want to be the fool? Are you gonna stop me? Yeah, what if I want to be the fool? Are you gonna stop me? So yeah, we want to make our way over to the Gladiators Guild. And that's over this way. Because yeah, this is where we will be finding the person we need to speak to next. Where are they? Oh yeah, here they are. Yeah. Hi. Yeah, they were hiding behind me because, yeah, as you can see, this silver-tongued showmaster is a Lalafell. Come one, come all, and marvel at a mystery of the Far East! A swordsman hailing from exotic Hingashi, whose blade work is quicker than the eye can see! Don't let his old age fool you. Although he may be, he's already made short work of one of Ul'dah's meanest gladiators, and he now seeks a new challenger. If you can best him, you'll be rewarded with a rare Hingan treasure! There's just one condition. You must fight with the same blade as the old man's. If you think you have what it takes, proceed to the Gladiators Guild and make yourself known to the Far Eastern Elder! And so exactly that is what we will do. Yeah, Corinne's been here before. Of course, this is where you come to become a paladin, but now you can come here to be a samurai too. Hello there, sir. And you even come with Far Eastern music too. Oh, sorry to catch you in the middle of meditating. This aura, unusual yet undoubtedly formidable. Dare I hope a worthy challenger has come. Well met, friend. I am Musosai, a samurai of Hingashi. Lest you wonder, samurai are swordsmen of the Far East, yet know that the swords we wield are not like those of this land. Katana, they are called, and for Odur I shall lend you such a blade, along with a stone, a talisman of sorts. Wear them on your person, and you shall become one of us, at least in appearance, if not in sooth. So yeah, we're basically getting another soul crystal. So, 48,000 experience points, 517 gil, plus we gained the Soul of the Samurai, a weapon, and a nameless armor coffer. So that will contain the basic samurai armor. But, since I made precautions ahead of time, I won't need to use it because the stuff I got in Mordona is actually stronger. So yeah, if you guys would please take your moments to avert your gaze while Corinne changes clothes, that would be great. Plus I also need to remove some pieces as well that are kind of in the way. I think this will do. There we go. Alright. Let's go ahead and equip this Mithrite Uchigatana. And unlock the Sengage. So now I have to equip Corinne with my necessary outfit. So yeah, they'll use the Ironworks items of striking as you saw me purchasing, which is also what monks use. And I'll let you know the armor he gives you is item level 115. But as you can see, the armor I'm going to be wearing is 120. So it'll be slightly better than what he offers you. But he only offers you the armor. He does not give you an opportunity to get anything other than... You don't get an opportunity to get accessories. You don't get to make use of those. So let's go ahead and assign this to my gear set. So now, Corinne is all set to go as a samurai. Yeah, samurai has to hold a katana with two hands. So yeah, just like in having to wield a lance with two hands, you hold a katana with two hands. So let's go ahead and speak with Musosai now. for our first true challenge, entitled Master Musosai. Musosai regards you with a piercing gaze. Ah, yes, in your gaze I see the stirrings of newborn samurai. 'Tis plain the stone has already bequeathed some of its memories unto you. Yet having the memories is one thing, mastering them is quite another. We shall see how well you fare against me. Prepare yourself, young samurai. We begin as soon as you are ready. So now we've learned all the samurai skills to level 50. So we'll take them on, but before we do, let's go ahead and take advantage of the items and skills that have been attained here. And that will include the level 50 skills, which we're going to put into my rotation. So now it's my responsibility to incorporate these, plus I can also incorporate the same moves I've incorporated previously. Now obviously not going to be able to use all of them, but I do want to use Second Wind, and I also want to use... I think we'll go with Feint. So now I have to alter the skill lines in such a way that I have rotations. So I want Hakaze and Jinpu to be together. Third Eye is something I actually want to move over. Geha is a level 10 ability that I also want to move over. It has a recast timer. NP is a ranged attack. Shifu can be combined with Hakaze. Okay, so yeah, we have Hakaze over there, so I can use Shifu over here as well. So in fact, I'm gonna move the skills in such a way. So yeah, I'll have Kaze, then Jinpu, and then Shifu down at the bottom if I want it, that way. Fuga over here to an AoE attack. Then Gecko, which can be combined with Jinpu. So I want to move this ability over here. So I now have a basic rotation. And then EI Jutsu down here will be my Unleash ability, basically. And then we have Mangetsu, which I've already shown off, which can be combined with Fuga. Kasha, which is over here, down at the far end, that can be combined with Shifu. But yeah, as you can see, there's a lot of rotation abilities that you can get. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of things that you can take advantage of as far as things are concerned. I will there, El Coyote CB, once I explain the skill sets to people who are watching this for the first time. Nothing against you, but I need to explain how this stuff works. So let's now speak with Musosai, because yeah, I was finished. You all ready then? Good, good. Let us take to the arena. But yeah, all in good time there, dickhead. Gather you round and bear witness for another brave challenger has appeared. Next to face Musosai, Swordmaster of the Far East, we have an iterant adventurer. And so, yeah, Corinne's never... Well, she has had to step in here once, when having to fight on behalf of Hildebrand in the Realm Reborn Mysteries. Hello there. Yeah, he looks at me intently, and I look intently back. But then... No one gets to take down that old bastard sick me! Berold the last standing scourge of the Sounds! Yeah, remember the guy who, got beat before? You made a fool of me earlier, but this time there'll be no tricks. This time I fought with me own soul, not that pathetic excuse for a needle you handed me. What's this? Boneheaded Barold, who was so roundly trounced but moments ago, has invaded the Blood Sands! Much to the chagrin of the crowd. For those who came in late, he's the disgraced gladiator who was cast out of the Colosseum for, and I paraphrase, being an all-around odious brute! I guess that's putting it lightly. The rules were plain, and you agree to them. There are no tricks. Shut your mouth and fight me again! Such eagerness for blood. The warriors of this land are as naked braids. Yeah. Don't say I didn't warn you. It's like, hey, you missed! Did he, though? Yeah. Womp womp. You might want to go. I'll get you next time! Yeah. Now let this duel be back between the two of us. After all, how am I supposed to prove myself to my new master? And with that destruction out of the way, we may continue where we left off. Very well. And so, once we get the opportunity to come out, we're going to go ahead and kick some butts. Well, not necessarily, because we're not here to, actually kill him. But yeah, as you can see, we have lots of ways that we can be able to utilize our rotations, because yeah, this is a very rotation-heavy class from what I've seen. But yeah, as you can see, there is a lot of opportunity for me to go and kick some butt. And then, yeah, Midare there, as I was hoping to explain, is what allows you to unleash your abilities there that you've got stored up in your reserves. But yeah, as you can see, I'm not losing much in terms of HP. And then I can use Midare again. But yeah, you really have a lot of different abilities at your disposal. Now, I haven't seen how all the different abilities can be used. In fact, I can probably show them off for you while I'm doing this. So there's Tenkagoken, so that's an AoE attack. And then Higanbana. Quick little sword move. So yeah, we're finished. To master such an advanced technique so quickly, yeah, he concedes to us. And the challenger wins! But we're not done yet. To draw forth such strength from the stone in so short a time, you are no ordinary woman. Well, thank you. As promised, I shall bestow upon you the rarest of Hingon treasures, training in the way of the samurai. Like, what? You mean just wearing this isn't enough? What is the matter? Our techniques are not found in this land, hence their great worth. As my pupil, you will train under my watchful eye, and learn even the most puissant of my techniques. Why, you lying bastard! Yeah, guess who's back? This time with reinforcements. All that fighting there wasn't even any corn in it! What's this? Boneheaded Barold is back! Again! And this time he's brought friends! This man doesn't know when to give up! You got a problem? Come down here and say it! Yeah, he's not getting a lot of love from the crowd. At no point was it said that the treasure is an object, let alone coin. Besides, winning it was well beyond you. Shut the hells up! This time, I'll show you my true strength! Your strength rises in numbers, 'twould seem. Very well. If you insist on another trouncing, then so be it. But know that this time 'tis not I who will deal with you, but my pupil. Yeah, you're gonna put me in there? Having seen your potential firsthand, he and his ilk ought not pose you any trouble. Like, really? That's a lot of confidence of having just met me for 5 minutes. Whoever she is, take care of her too! So now we gotta go ahead and beat up the lackeys. Yeah, anywhere you see a grunt, beat him. Yeah, pretty much you have full use of your rotations. And feel free to use them as much as you want. Alright, he's cut down. I'm gonna save my real strength for Mr. Number 4 over here. Hello there, Mr. Number 4. Would you like to see my full power? Gone in one hit. Oh, it's your own fault. Against an axe? Be my guest. Yeah, as you can see, they're not afraid to use AoE. So yeah, they're definitely stepping up their game somewhat. Alright, so the axe wielder's now down. If you want something done right, keep in mind, I'm in your Coliseum. Really? Last time I checked, this don't belong to you. Good and ugly. Yeah, that pretty much says it, doesn't it? I mean, yeah, make no mistake about it, this guy is as ugly as they come. And he'll even knock you back like that. But yeah, look at all these rotation abilities I get. Like, you get so many rotations off of playing Samurai. You really have an unlimited amount of ways to use your skills. It's all up to your imagination how you want to implement their usage. Yeah, so far he's given me a good fight. Ooh. Yeah, now he's using this move that Ul'dah once used. Sloppy! Just like your ass. Yeah. Just because you can use a move like Ul'dah could, doesn't mean you are him. Not that that's necessarily a bad thing. At least you're not crazy enough to sacrifice a whole bunch of people to obtain a selfish agenda. Well, actually, you kind of did. But not to the extent that Ul'dah did. Oh, wait a minute, what? Yeah, now he's gonna take it out on Musosai. And unfortunately, I can't attack him. I might want to get out of the way of this and watch on as Musosai just stands there, takes all the hits, and then blows him away. Not even worth drawing his blade, indeed. Hey there, Brandon, good to see you. Yeah, what fearsome fighters these samurai. Victory is ours. But yeah, it's not as if we weren't familiar with them, because of course we know that Gosetsu is a samurai himself. Hi, Musosai. Forgive me, I know it was wrong to force that fight upon you, and yet I find I do not regret having done so, for it has reaffirmed beyond any doubt the promise I had glimpsed in you. Long did I search in my native land for a pupil, but I found none fit to be a vessel for my knowledge. The problem, I concluded, lay in my people's way of thinking, the zeal with which they uphold tradition to the detriment of all else. So it was that I set forth for a new land, this heir's ear. I placed myself in the midst of your most able swordsmen, offering myself up as a spectacle in the hopes of finding a worthy sorrow. And find what I did in you. Now, I realize how odd this may appear. To you, I could be but a strange old fool spouting nonsense, but I am well past caring about appearances. I speak with all earnesty when I say that there is none other into whom I would pour my knowledge, and so I ask you, will you consent to being my pupil? Become his pupil? Yeah, we will. Ah, words cannot well express my joy. From this moment on, we are master and student. Now then, I would know by your name. By what are you called? Well, if you need to know. Corinne. 'Tis a fine name. Without further ado, Corinne, we shall commence your training. Pray join me at the nearby tavern, the Streak Hand. And in the meanwhile, Brandon, good to see you this afternoon. Glad to have you with us. So yeah, we want to go over to the Adventurers Guild, because that's where he's going to be. Well, at least they're better now, which is good, right, Brandon? So let's march into the quicksand and speak with Master Musulsai. Right over here. I shall begin at the very beginning. In the distant past, Hingoshi underwent a period of strife, during which numerous opposing factions vied for supremacy, the Age of Blood. In this age, full many took to battle with katana in hand, and in the crucible of the war, our war art was forged, the way of the samurai. Eventually, the realm was unified under one banner, and peace reigned once more. The people set aside for the katana, save for we samurai, who continue to wield it as a symbol of authority. And with that authority comes a grave responsibility, protecting the peace. To ensure that the Age of Blood is never repeated, we samurai seek out the wicked and bring them to account. In so doing, we ward off chaos and preserve order in the realm. Such is occurring. Hingoshi, or Heir's Ear, it matters not where we are. This calling guides us always. To that end, we shall journey the land, you and I, on a quest to right wrongs. As one who has grasped the foundations of our art, it is your surest path to mastery. Our efforts begin in this very city. I shall cast about for the evil that has taken root here. Then we may proceed to excise it. Ah, and it's this guy again. Well, now that certainly got exciting quick, but with even some quicker thinking, I managed to set up a wager and turn a tidy profit. As is the case in Ul'dah. Momozigo, I owe you a debt of gratitude. Thanks to you, I have found my pupil at long last. I pray that you will live comfortably with your winnings. Actually, I had a mind to join you. Wherever you go, I sense that coin will follow. And besides, it seems you're planning to root out evil in our fair city. If so, you would do well to have me along. With my connections, I can procure the information you're like to need. Then there's the small matter of your complete and utter lack of knowledge of Eorzea. There is that indeed. Had fate not seen fit to unite us, I never would have found my way here from Festal Bay. and you wouldn't be standing here breathing. If anyone knows anything, it's me. You saved me from those cutthroat bandits when I tried recruiting them for the Colosseum. Terribly reckless in hindsight. As for you, my friend, to be marked out by old Mususai himself, you must be made of uncommon stuff indeed. Not to put the pressure on, but I have the highest hopes for you. And here we are then. I shall undertake my search with Momozigo's help. Until such time as there are developments, pray continue honing your newfound skills. And so with that, we obtain 48,000 gil as a samurai, and 48,000 experience. Yeah, if only it was 48,000 gil. 48,000 experience and 1,500 gil. And thus, the first challenge, as far as new job classes in Stormblood, has been taken care of.